Change is constant. But do you know what else is constant? Problems. Problems are constant. We face problems every month, every week. Now daily, new problems keep cropping up. So today I'm going to talk about 2 techniques to handle these problems. Now, when you face a problem, what if I told you on the surface what seems like the problem is not the actual problem? So first, we need to figure out what your actual problem is. There is a technique developed by Sakichi Toyoda, the founder and the inventor of Toyota Industries. The technique is called the 5 whys. According to the technique, if you ask the question why, 5 times to your problem, you get to know the root cause or the actual problem. My colleague and I don't get along at work. In fact, this is impacting my work because I feel my colleague doesn't listen to me. I'm not sure why he doesn't listen to me because I haven't asked him. Because I am nervous. Because I do not like confrontation. So now, after going through the 5 why technique, we got to know where the actual problem lies. So why don't you try it for any of the problems you are facing, and let's see whether you find out what your actual cause or the root cause of the problem is. So we have identified the problem. Now we have to learn to handle them. Notice I haven't used the word solve the problem because problems are never really solved. They keep cropping up in new ways with new people and new situations. So we got to find out ways to actually manage these problems. The second technique I'm going to share with you is called the 6 thinking hats. I personally love using this technique. The 6 thinking hat is created by Dr. Edward de Bono. He is a physician and a psychologist. So according to the 6 thinking hats, each hat represents a way of thinking, and we usually think in 1 or 2 ways. So the technique forces us to mentally wear these hats and switch between them. Edward de Bono has written a book on the 6 thinking hats, but I will briefly share with you what each hat represents. We start with the blue hat. The blue hat is a manager and a planner. In fact, the blue hat makes sure all the hats are used the right way. The green hat represents creativity, coming up with new concepts and new ideas. The red hat represents emotions, raw feelings, no logic at all. The white hat represents facts, the figures, and all the reasoning behind the situation. The yellow hat is the optimistic one, looks at the value and the benefits of the situation. Finally, the black hat, the critic, spots all the dangers and the difficulties of the situation. So those were the 6 thinking hats. Why don't you try to find out what hat do you usually wear when a problem arises? I usually wear the yellow hat. I always think about the positives, the benefits of the situation. However, if I'm trying to handle a problem, that is not the most effective way. So I forced myself to wear the other 5 hats to get a better perspective and of course to come up with better ideas to handle my challenges. So to conclude, those were the 2 techniques of managing problems. Why don't you try them and let me know how it goes? And who knows, you may actually enjoy the process of handling these problems. Thank you.